Morning, Ling Ling peeps are coming down. I just wanted to share with you this travel concept that we've been telling you about recently. So take about 5-10 minutes to sort of go through all the info. A couple of things I want to point out first. Firstly, these are just some examples of the 1,200 holidays we have available right now online. Okay, and we have approximately 11,000 holidays coming out this year. All right. So here's just a small sample of around the world. All these pricing here is in US dollars. Okay, and this is the per person total price for our holiday packages. It excludes flights, it's just the holidays, but I'm going to chat about flights separately. The other thing I want to point out too is these little round circles. Okay, these are our rewards point system. Okay, and I'll explain how we get rewards points in a minute. And you can deduct off the value of one person's trip, the value of the points. So in this particular example, you could take off $120 off the $3.99 for one person, and then the other person pays $3.99. Okay, so just recently I did. Have you been to New York before? No. Would you like to go to New York? Yep. So I've got a friend of mine. It's a friend of my wife's actually. That she looked at this particular holiday in May. Now staying at the La Parka Meridian, we did a cost comparison. To stay there for 4 days and 3 nights at the same time that we stayed there, it was just over $1,200 to stay. Okay, and that's in Australian dollars. And then for us, our package, we have it at $189. Okay, and you get to take $50 off one of the tickets. So for $400 roughly US, you can stay in a resort that would normally charge $1,200 to stay. Right? You can see some great savings. We have cruising at an exceptional price. Here's an example of an 8-day cruise. Okay, have you been on a cruise before?
Yep.
Yeah. Where did you cruise?
Great Barrier Reef.
Great Barrier Reef. Okay. And how long was that for?
Half a day.
Oh, it's only a half-day cruise.
Yeah.
That's not a cruise. A cruise is when you go for like days and days and days. Okay, so this is a great example where, like, my wife and I went on a Vanuatu cruise last year for 11 days. Okay, it cost us about $1,200 each to go. All right, this is an 8-day cruise, cost us $219. All right, which is pretty crazy price. Another example here, we went to Byron Bay in January this year, about 8 weeks ago. And when we stayed there at Byron Bay, so we got 200 points off one of the tickets, so we paid $379 for one, $179 for the other. Okay, and we got all the inclusions as part of that. We stayed at a place called the Byron at Byron, it's a 5-star resort at Byron Bay. We extended our trip to stay there, and it was $425 a night to stay at the Byron. So we ended up having 3 nights there for about $500. So it's about a third of the price that we ended up paying, which is great. And that included meals and all sorts of things. So what I'm going to chat about is how we come up with these great deals. Okay. So our holiday club and our app is based on a private membership only scenario. Have you heard of Costco? Costco down here at the airport. So Costco introduced a members only based business model. Right. So you got Woolworths and Coles that compete on margin. Costco don't compete. Right, they just have members and they provide the facility for their members to come down and utilise. All right. So Costco have 65 million members worldwide, and 80 to 85% of its revenue comes from membership fees, and the warehouse just simply provides a facility as a membership benefit, but it's self-supportive. So all the money that goes into like the sale of all the products pays for the building, pays for the wages, the electricity, all the overheads, and then a small amount then trickles back into Costco headquarters for global advertising and global insurance and all that sort of stuff. But the majority of its money comes from membership fees. Okay, so our founders for World Ventures come up with the same concept and said, let's do the Costco business model for travel. All right, so we have about 1 million members worldwide. The company goes out on behalf of its members, buys holiday packages all around the world, tailors up events, meal deals, activities, bundles them all together, and then passes those on to our member base, right? So they're not making money out of the holidays because they're getting paid out of the membership process. All of our holidays are what we call a VIP experience. Okay, so what does that mean is that every holiday we have a host that looks after just the Dream Trip members, okay, the World Ventures members. When we went to Cairns recently, we had 80 Dream Trippers from around the world as part of the club attend. We actually had 2 hosts that just look after us, okay? And they're great. They're there just to make sure that our time on our holiday is just the best it can be. And I'll give you an example. When we were there, we had 2 reasons to tap into the host. One, we went a day early again. We stayed a day earlier. When we went to check in, they said, oh, we're only staying for 1 day. And I said, well, we're staying for 1 day, but then we're staying for the Dream Trip holiday. And they said, oh, yeah, we can see that. You'll just need to check out in the morning, and then we'll move you over and into your new room for your drinks with holiday. And I said, well, that's a little bit inconvenient. Can I just stay? And they said, well, no, the room policy is that you have to check out and then check in because you book separately. So I contacted the host that afternoon and said, look, we're here early. I don't really think it's really convenient for me to have to check out. Is there anything that you can do? 2 hours later, they sent me a Facebook message back saying it's all taken care of. You don't need to move rooms. Just stay there. It's all sorted. I thought, well, that's really cool. And another example was I just bought a GoPro the day before because some of the activities that we did up there, I wanted a GoPro, but I didn't have any like connections or attachments to it. I didn't really think it through that much. And so I spoke to the host and I said, look, when we go whitewater rafting, because that was one of the activities, can you chat with the whitewater rafting guys and see if they've got like a helmet or a shoulder clip or a chest mount or something so I can put it on and still videotape it? Again, she got back to me a few hours later and said, yeah, look, it's all sorted. They've got helmets, they've got a GoPro connection to it, they've got one set aside for you. Just ask for John when you get there and he'll give you a helmet. So they sort out like little issues for you all the time, which is really good. All of our holidays are inclusive of all the activities and extras that come into the actual holidays. It's not just a matter of just going to a resort and sitting there, okay? We include, like when we went to Byron Bay, we had a lighthouse tour, we had a Crystal Castle tour, we had meals included, we had a welcome reception when we arrived to meet the other people from around the world, which was food and drinks were included. So all the activities and all the events that happen while you're on holiday are part of the package, okay, which is great. Now this is how our rewards program works. This is how you accumulate points to reduce the price down even further. So our gold system, okay, you pay $200 one-time joining fee and we convert that into 200 points. So every dollar that you spend in membership, we convert it to a credit to then spend on the holidays. Okay. Now I don't know about you, but I'd love it for every time I paid my Foxtel bill that I got a $50 credit to put towards movies on my Foxtel. That'd be really cool, but I don't. Okay. But for our club, every dollar you spend on your membership, we get to spend to reduce the price down. So when you first join, it's $200 for an entire membership. Okay, you get 200 points to spend immediately. So you can go to Byron Bay tomorrow and immediately take 200 points off as a result of joining. Okay. Then each month, it's $50 per month, and we put $50 credit holding into a savings account for you. And then on anniversary, 12 months after you join, we give you 600 points to then spend on travel for the next 12 months. So every year, you save up your $50 effectively. Rather than putting it into a bank, you put it into the club. And then each year, you get your 600 points back to then spend on travel in the future. Okay? So it doesn't really cost anything to be in the club. It's just an alternate way of, rather than banking it, you're putting it through the club.
So this one is automatically crashed from the credit card?
Yes. Yep. So we just deduct $50 every month. And I'm going to show you how you can actually turn that fee off in a minute. All right, but we put $50 credit into your account every month. So on anniversary, you get 600 points each year. We also have a platinum membership, which I'll go through in a minute. It's a little bit more, but you get more benefits, but you just get more points as well. Okay. Now we're introducing other ways to earn more points. Okay, because we realise that the more points you accumulate, the more you'll go on holidays, the more holidays you'll have, and the more savings that you'll make. So some of the ways that we're actually earning holidays is through sharing of photos and stories. You punch up photos on Facebook, share a story on Facebook. Well, we're going to introduce a community app, which I'll show you in a minute, where if you share on our Dream Trips app, our community app, we'll actually pay you in Dream Trips points to share within the community. Okay, so it'll only be a couple of dollars, but it's better to be earning more points than sharing it for free on Facebook and not getting any reward for it. We've just introduced into Sydney and Melbourne. It's currently rolling out, and eventually it'll come to Canberra as well, where you can dine your way to more points. So you could come down to a cafe, you'll come to a specific restaurant, you'll pay for your dinner or your lunch, and then a percentage of the invoice will convert to points as well that you can then put towards a holiday. Okay, so for example, we could do this chat here. I shout the coffees and the drinks, all right, I pay for it, I'm shouting you, I'll get a message to pop up and says, you know, you've just earned yourself, 7 Dream Trip points for your cafe. Okay, so I'm now earning points towards holidays while I'm sharing the whole message, which is cool. Now we've got as I said, we've got a global app that's about to be released to the public. This is what gets me really excited. So at the moment, only members can download the app, and you need a membership login. We're about to release a free version. Now the free version will be available to anybody to download but they'll need to be invited to download it. So somebody else has to invite them to download the free app. Okay, so let's say you're not a member. I share a link with you from my phone. It says, hey, Ling Ling, download the free app, look at travel. Okay, if you download the app, all right, for free, I get 10 Dream credit points to put towards future travel, just for simply sharing it to you. Okay, if you download the app, you'll get 10 credit points as well, and you don't even know what they're for. Okay, then you share it to your friends because you're going to share a free app that shows holidays. You start to share it, you'll actually start earning Dream Trip points as well. Right? And you're not even a member yet. Then what will happen is you're sort of scrolling through it, you'll start to see all the holidays, but the holidays are going to be in retail price. All right? And then it'll say, if you want to see what our members pay, click here. So if we use that LA example, it'll say, look, here's a holiday to the La Parka Meridian in New York. It's $1,200 to stay retail price for 4 days, 3 nights in this particular time. If you would like to see what our members pay, click here. So you go, okay, I'm going to New York soon, let's have a look. You click on it, right, it says, look, our members are paying $189 for the holiday. If as a result of you like seeing the great savings that you can make, you go, wow, this is really good, I'm going to join, you then join the club, it just simply says, right, who was the person that shared the app with you, okay, and I get the referral. Okay, and you'll see why that's important very soon. So sharing the app is going to be a great way to earn points and to spread your membership information to as many people as you can. And that hasn't come out yet. That's due to be released in the early part of 2016, which is pretty exciting. Okay, that's an opportunity about to happen. Now, a great other thing about our membership is we've partnered with a company called Rovia, okay, to offer an online booking service as part of your membership subscription. Okay, now Rovia are the world's #1 online booking engine in the world. All right, we've won a number of travel awards over the last 4 years, and we keep taking out travel awards all the time. All right, the 2 big features I want to point out with Rovia. Firstly, before I mention that, so Rovia, you can book just a flight. Okay, so you can book domestic or international flights. If you just need to say duck up to Sydney for a weekend, all right, you're not going to book a holiday to go and do it. You just simply want to book a hotel room to go and stay. You do that through the booking engine. Okay, so these are holidays, but then you just have online travel engine. Okay, so you can book flights, you can book accommodation, you can book car hire when you travel, you can book different activities, you can book cruising through here. There's a number of features just within the online booking engine. We have 2 things that really stand out about our online booking engine. The first is our price pledge. So we can't guarantee that we're always going to be the cheapest airline or accommodation on the day that you want it, because I don't know if Jetstar's going to bring out a special in the next 15 minutes. Okay, so it might take time for the specials to filter through the system to go back to the headquarters to say, hey, Jetstar's just brought out a flight, we need to adjust our pricing. Okay, so we can't guarantee we've got the best price, but what we do is we have a price pledge that says, if you book flight or accommodation through our club, you book it, and then you search for exactly the same booking or accommodation and you find a cheaper deal on the same day, we'll give you 150% of the difference. Okay, so if you book a flight, say from here to Melbourne, cost you $300, you book it through our club, and then you find it for $200 on a competitor's website, we'll give you $150 in credit to put towards future travel. Okay, which is, to me, that's pretty cool. So it's better than a lowest price guarantee. This is a much better deal. The thing that really stands out for me is a thing called the rate shrinker technology. So if you've ever been in a scenario where you've booked a flight or accommodation, booked it nice and early, and then later on down the track, they've discounted the flight or accommodation to get more people to try and buy in, you would normally miss out on that special because you've already booked, you paid and you're locked in. We offer a price drop guarantee where if the flight or accommodation that you've booked comes out on special and the price drops, you get the dropped price. Okay, so we'll cancel your ticket, we'll rebook you on the cheaper ticket, and then recredit your credit card the difference. Okay, which again offers great peace of mind to know that once you've booked, you will get the best possible price until the day you check in. Right? That happens automatically for you. Our technology just searches every day for your ticket against the booking to make sure it hasn't come out on special, which is pretty cool. I've spoken about the app, so the app's due to come out. To me, the app's really exciting because do you remember how you got onto Facebook? Do you remember who invited you to Facebook, or you've just always been on Facebook?
When I come to Australia and everyone to the Facebook page, then it's like mine as well.
You just Yeah, you're just on there. I don't remember who said, "Hey, Dean, join Facebook," or who said, "Are you on Facebook?" I don't remember. It's just I know that I'm on it. Okay. So what's going to happen with our app is 12 months after we've introduced a global app, I believe everybody's going to have the app on their phone. Because I'm going to share it with my friends, other members are going to share it with their friends, and eventually people are just going to share it like we do with other apps, and people are just going to download it. It's a free app. Why wouldn't you just download a free holiday app? Okay, so at some point in time, someone's going to share it with somebody to download it onto your phone. What I want to do is make sure that I've got as many of my shared apps on as many phones as possible, because I can be paid for the amount of apps that I have out and about in the world. Okay. So to me, this is a really unique opportunity because you're seeing the club before the app gets released to the global community. So you'll have an opportunity to share your app with as many friends as you can before it gets shared from other friends down the track. Okay, which is a really unique opportunity and a great way, potential, for you to make money as part of the business side. So this is what our membership is. So our membership, our base level membership is called Dream Trips Gold. This is what it includes, all the things that I've spoken about, access to all the Dream Trips online. Okay, you get airport transfers where available, you get a welcome reception, so welcome receptions on the first night, you get dinner put on, you get drinks put on, you get to meet all the club members that are on your particular holiday, you get the host that I spoke about, all the excursions, activities, you get part of the rewards program where every dollar you put into the club, you get to spend on the club $1 for dollar, okay, and you get access to the online booking engine. So the price is $200 US one time for the entire family. So that's for you, future partner, kids that reside with you, all inclusive of that $200. Then it's $50 a month. Now that is in US, so you've got to add GST and then convert it. And then it's $50 a month, as I said, but you get point for point back. We have a higher level package called Platinum. My wife and I are Platinum members, okay? So we travel in a little bit more luxury. We get a few more benefits as part of our membership. So we get early access to every holiday Dream Trip that comes out. Each week we bring out around about 200 new holidays. It's about 30 holidays a day we bring out. As a Platinum member, I get to see all those holidays 24 hours before Gold members do, to really sort through and pick the ones that I want to pick first to make sure that I get the opportunity to buy the holidays that I want to buy. I get the opportunity to take early check-in and late checkouts as part of our deal. I get exclusive Dream Trip opportunities only. So an example here, Hayman Island, this was for Platinum members only. I don't know if you've heard of the one and only in Hayman Island, but it's an exclusive resort. It's 5 stars, the only resort on Hayman Island. To stay here normally, if you look at this through bookings.com, will be anywhere from $5,000 to $9,000 to stay. We had it come out at $1,389 per person to stay, and you could reduce the fee off one person by 1,180 points. So it's about $1,600 US for a couple to stay, where it would normally cost anywhere from $5,000 to $9,000 to stay. It's a massive saving. So that particular holiday was just for Platinum members only. Okay? And we have around about 5% of our holiday packages are Platinum member only deals. Okay? You look like you got a question there.
Yes.
Yep. You don't have to do it.
We're not going to take this. So how does the company come up with this price?
So because we're buying in bulk, all right, so we'll go to Hayman Island, and we went to Hayman Island and said, look, we want to buy 15 rooms, 20 rooms, 30 rooms, however, but we want to buy them in January, we want to buy another batch in March, we want to buy another batch in April, we want to buy a batch in June, we want to buy a batch in August. Okay, so they pre-book all these out. So the company says, well, okay, if you're going to bring this amount of work flow through, this amount of customers through, and you're going to be consistent in bringing it all through, we can give you a massive saving. Because we know normally at this price, at this particular time, you know, we've got this many vacancies. You know, if you're going to help us reduce the vacancies, we'll give you a massive price to be able to do it. And that's how we get such massive volume. We've got 11,000 holiday packages right now. Okay, so we're buying in bulk. Does that answer that question? Yep. Excellent. Good question. So some of the other Dream Trips stuff, so I get to apply 20% more points. So in this scenario at Byron Bay, we actually got to take $240 off the price. Because we're Platinum members, so I got to apply 20% more to reduce the price down even more. So the price of the holiday stays the same. It's just I can apply more points to reduce it. I get some other features, okay. The key is it's a $300 one-time joining fee in US, okay, so $330 US converted to Australian, and then it's $100 a month, okay. Now, one of the great things about our club, and I wish so many other companies would offer this, certainly Foxtel or my mobile subscription, is we offer a way to turn your monthly fee off. Okay? So if you refer 4 friends, you go on a holiday, you love it, you come back and you share with all your friends, you share with your relatives, every people that you want to be involved with and want to travel with you. If you share this with 4 people and they join the club as a result of your referral, we turn off your monthly fee. So you have no more to pay on your monthly fee, but we still give you the credit points.
Is it automatically?
Yes. So if you refer, let's say you referred your sister, I don't know if you got a sister, but let's say you referred your sister or your friend, right? You said, hey, Dean, I want you to show the club to my sister. And then she goes, great, I'm gonna join, all right? We just link it to your membership number and the system goes, great, you've got one of your memberships turned off. When you've got 4, your fee's turned off. Now that's not per month, that's just whenever you get 4. 4 days, 4 weeks, 4 months, 4 years, if it takes 4 years for you to turn your fee off, then eventually you'll turn your fee off. Okay? Now those 4 members need to stay active. So at any point in time, if one of those members says, you know what, I no longer want to travel anymore, I'm going to turn my fee off, all right, and they leave the club, your fee would then start again. So I recommend that you just get 6. Okay? And if one person leaves, you still won't have a fee. Okay? So that's our Refer 4 Pay No More program, and that's offered to members to help them reduce their costs. How's that sound?
For the application, is it in Chinese?
Yes. So our website, okay, so our business website, we're in 30 different countries around the world, and we can choose what languages we want to put them in. So I can bring up the membership application and have it all electronically in Chinese.
Okay. And do they also accept Chinese credit card?
I don't know.
That,
We'll have to check.
that needs to be a yes.
Yeah, okay.
To be able to put forward. Do you have this voucher? I mean, this client, but in Chinese version?
I don't, but I'm going to an event next week and I can ask to see whether or not they've got this in Chinese.
Yeah. Because most of the people in China, if they never been to other country before, they're not really good at English.
Yep.
So if it's in Chinese, then it's much better for them to understand
Yep.
what it is.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And when you go next time, can you ask for more flyer as well?
For these or the one in
The one in
Chinese? Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I'll ask. I have no doubt we've got them there. Whether or not we're going to have them in Australia, I might have to order them and have them sent out, but that's okay. We can do that.
Yeah, or they can send to China directly if they do not.
Yeah. Okay, that's an option. That's an option. All
So
right.
it
So
doesn't have to pay up.
yeah. So does that sound pretty good? I'm going to chat about the business side, but I'm going to turn off the video now because I only want to just video call the